and welcome back to the spoilerCast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them. Welcome. My name is Tobias, and with me as always is my sister and trusted co-host, Rebecca.
Hello.
Hello. And today we're back doing what we're supposed to do. We're talking about movies. Well,
yes.
Technically last week we did as well, but it was more like a celebration of many movies. Today we're just reviewing one movie. By the way, if you want to hear us review even more movies, you should check us out on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene, where we have an extra episode every goddamn week. That means it's literally hundreds of exclusive episodes, hundreds of hours of exclusive material. There's also commentary tracks or some videos. Check it out. But today we're talking about a new movie, which we haven't done a lot of, it feels like, in February. Or, well, not in February, it's March now. In 2024.
No.
There hasn't been a lot of
obviously.
interesting movies. Yeah, Dune.
Other than that.
What else, really?
Let me pull up the Insta.
Or have they been so bad we don't even remember yet? Well, Monster, I suppose.
Yeah, that was pretty new.
It was a 2024 release here.
Yeah.
Either way, today we are talking about...
No, what was it called? Dream Scenario? No, we have done a few new, actually, but we've done a lot of other stuff as well.
Yeah. But today we are talking...
Interlaced it with so much else.
We are talking about a new movie.
Yes.
And we're back in the swing of things, because this is a classic, generic, bullshit horror movie.
Yes.
It's called Imaginary.
Woo!
Yay! It's the latest BLUMHOUSE crap fest.
Yeah.
I guess you can already tell I don't like the movie.
Oh, I haven't rated it yet, but yeah, no.
I mean, yeah,
it was all right.
I don't know.
It was a bad. Well, there were some moments where I was like,
it was pretty bad.
You don't need to tell me this. I know. We see it on the screen. Just stop talking, lady.
That's a big problem, especially towards the end. There's so much exposition.
Yeah.
Just quickly to go through, unless people don't know about this movie, but it is kind of popular right now. I guess it's the big movie to talk about right now. That's why we talked about it as well. Written and directed by Jeff Wadlow. We'll talk more about that bastard later. Imaginary is the story of a woman returning to her childhood home to discover that the imaginary friend she left behind is very real and unhappy that she abandoned him. Which really is... Yeah, that is the plot, but that's like halfway through the movie you find that out.
Yeah.
Before that, it's more of a mystery, so thanks. Spoilers.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I imagine that I've seen, like, what the heck is his name? Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
Do ads for this?
Yes. No, not for this, but he is in a movie by John Krasinski called If, which is about imaginary friends. They're
right,
called Ifs.
So I'm just confusing them.
Yeah, because it's the same story. It's like a forgotten imaginary friend who is rediscovered and actually takes them to like a fantasy world, but instead of a horror movie, it's a fun family movie.
Oh. See, I kind of thought we were watching that then.
Oh, okay.
Disappointed. I was like, where's Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
These are all random people, more or less, to me. I did not recognize a single soul, I think.
No. Betty Buckley
Like,
plays the old lady, I think I know from... Yeah, she's the old lady in The Happening.
Yeah, no, I didn't recognize her. I vaguely recognized the husband, Tom Payne, but I don't know from what. I know that face from something.
I hated him.
No clue from what.
Walking Dead?
Possibly?
I don't know, some 45 episodes of that, so...
Maybe
Otherwise,
just looks like someone else, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't recognize him from anything, or I don't recognize anything he's done. I mean, I recognize some of the names, but not something I've watched. No. Yeah, this is such a standard fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
It has nothing new to bring to the table. It is the same, like, you know, everything basically takes place in one house, so it's pretty cheap to shoot. There are no real scares, except for one sequence, except for the ending. Then I suppose I guess that's real scares. There is one actual sequence when a teenage boy, Matthew Sato, playing Liam, is sort of being chased by a monster. The rest is just fake out scares and a lot of
something in the shadows.
Yeah, a lot of just still pictures of teddy bears with music going.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's scary. It's scary. Look, it's just sitting there.
It's the whole dolls are supposed to be scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen that 100 times now. Dolls aren't scary anymore.
Yeah.
Unless they actually do something, which this one does not.
Exactly. Yeah. This very much reminded me of It's a Boy in the Wall movie. Because there's like something hiding. Yeah. And we're trying to figure out what it is, and it's a lot of walking around until we figure it out. A lot of fake jump scares or fake scares.
Yeah.
I found this incredibly boring. Not engaging on any level. Like, I didn't care because they over-explained the plot all the time.
Yeah, they kept like the stepmom or the main character, I guess, Jessica,
yeah,
and Gloria, the old lady. They kept like after they like realized something, they kept explaining it to someone,
to
obviously,
the audience.
but like the audience basically, and like we can tell that that's what you're doing. Just like you don't have to say it word for word. Just go, I have a plan, and then run and do it, and we can go, oh, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Even the kids can realize that. Even what was their name? I want to say Alice.
Taylor and Alice.
Taylor and Alice. Yeah, like they're not that dumb, I assume.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but that child actress
who played Alice, Piper Braun.
Yeah.
You didn't like her?
No.
I don't know.
Well,
I was
until
torn.
the end, she was fine.
I don't think she was like amazing, but I think she was convincing enough.
Up until the end, when she had to like be brave, that's when it got cheesy and cringe.
I had so checked out by the end. I literally, I didn't fall asleep this time, but around the hour 10 mark, when it's about half an hour left, I literally just my eyes glazed over. I could hear the movie, but I wasn't watching it anymore. I was literally just going.
Nothing was registering.
I was just staring at like past the TV. So after like 5 minutes, when they actually supposed to do the ritual to get into the fantasy world, I was like, wait a minute. I don't remember anything from the last 10 minutes. I had to like rewind.
Also, that part leading up to the ritual was way too long of them like looking for her and too long for nothing to happen. Because all that happens is they walk, it's dark, and then Jessica starts painting on the walls again.
Yeah.
That's about it. And like, okay, and this takes 10 minutes for some reason? Can you not, like, I don't know, throw in us seeing more about Alice being in this Never Ever, or whatever the fuck it was called? Oh, right, this is a spoilercast. We're spoiling shit.
Oh, whatever. I do not care about spoiling this piece of garbage.
No.
I
don't recommend it.
No. Yeah. If you really don't want spoilers, it's like a 2 out of 10. Don't watch it.
I mean, if you want, like, this, crappy generic horror film to watch with your friends and not really pay attention to, sure, who cares?
But, there's so many better movies, though.
You could choose better ones, yeah.
Yeah, fucking, I would recommend another Jeff Wadlow movie. I would recommend Truth or Dare over this. And that movie's bad. But at least that one it has a cool hook.
Attention.
The whole Truth or Dare, Truth or Dare. This doesn't have that.
No, it has a teddy bear that
sometimes looks like a bad CGI Wolverine or something.
Yeah, sometimes looks like it's like furrowing its brows at people. Like, okay, is that your scary look? Your brows become lower.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something else, but I couldn't think of a word. I know. It's just it also felt sort of like a direct-to-TV movie or like a cheap Netflix film.
Yeah.
Or something.
It
reminded me of that cheap Netflix scary movie that we watched last year. What was it called? With the Grim Cuddy or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Grim Cuddy, yeah.
It's a Hulu movie, but yeah, Grim Cutting.
All right, Hulu. Same, like.
Oh, I would recommend that over this as well. Technically, I would say this is a better movie, but that movie is at least funny bad.
And also funny, it has like something that's more engaging.
Yeah.
Because even if it's bad, at least it has this weird ass monster. And sure, this one has a weird ass monster in the end. But it's visible for like 5 seconds, and it's so weird. It's like you can't explain it away with being like, oh, but it's children's imagination. No.
And then
that's just crappy work.
And then the whole thing with that.
I'm sorry.
the lady, whatever her name was, Jessica.
Oh right,
Jessica, the main character, played by DeWanda Wise. Her moving into her old house where she lived as a child.
Yeah.
And not really remembers, there was something traumatic in her past that she can't really remember.
Yeah.
That, her father went a little cuckoo crazy, and she moved away with her grandma. I wish we could actually like that should have been the catalyst for everything that's happening. Like her slowly remembering what happened in her childhood, because it's happening now to Alice.
Yeah.
But we don't really get any of that until the very end, when she sees her past. Like, oh, I also went into the imaginary world, and my dad followed me and fought off the monster, which drove him crazy.
Not only did the audience have to be told about it, but she had to as well.
Yeah, what if, like, her going through the house, she got flashbacks, or,
seeing the drawings she did on the walls.
Yeah, she was drawn to the basement instead. No. They put all that on. It felt like the little girl Alice should have been the main character.
Yeah.
Because everything scary is happening to her.
Yeah.
With the teddy bear and everything. But, you can't have a child be the main character of a horror movie. Well, you can if it's a PG-13 movie, which this is.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So why not just make her the main character? And have Jessica and Taylor be like the side characters.
Yeah.
And have or have, and they could all be main characters, but put it more from the perspective of Alice instead of the perspective of Jessica, the grown-up stepmom.
I even, like, in the beginning, the first scene, I went, oh, shit, are they gonna have just a fucking cold open that ruins it all again, as usual? Thankfully, it's not just a random cold open. It actually had a point. And I was like,
nightmare.
You know what? That was alright. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, where she is kind of reliving the event of her childhood, but we don't understand that, because they never...
That's what she's reliving.
They never go back to that until the very end.
Exactly. Like, they hint at the very small things of, like, oh, my dad went insane, and when she visits him, and she's like, Daddy, you hurting me? Because she's reverting back to childhood when he grabs her or whatever.
Yeah. And he mentions
it's still just, like, so vague that you can't even imagine what it could be.
Yeah.
What it could lead to.
And then there is...
For a movie being called Imaginary, it's very low on imagination.
Yeah. And then also the runtime. It's an hour 40 without credits. It ends at like hour 39. It's too long. There's so much filler. I mean, I get it's a horror movie.
It's a perfect length for a movie in general.
Yeah, but this does not have enough story for an hour 40.
Not enough happens.
I understand that the horror movie has to have suspenseful moments, but the whole scene with the neighbor kid, the guy, Liam, going up to get towels so they can wipe up the
tequila or whatever
booze they dropped, and him instead going around looking at all the rooms because he hears music, and then he goes into the bathroom to get the towels, but then he stops to pee.
Yeah,
and I'm like, bro, how about you clean it up first?
I would honestly maybe accept it if it turned out he was actually high.
Yeah,
but he wasn't, though, because it's allergy pills.
Yeah, they start that sequence with him pulling out a bag of mollies and like, whoa, we're gonna get wasted. But it turns out it wasn't. So what was the point of that?
Exactly.
It's supposed to be like a red herring, like, oh, he sees, because he starts seeing Chauncey the bear, but under a
Alice's blanket.
Yeah. For
Which
some
turned
reason.
up out of nowhere.
Because the teddy bear isn't actually real.
Yeah, that part too.
Although he could see it, and Jessica could see it. Alice could see it, but no one else could see the shape of it. But that's what I mean. It has to be there then.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of, like, oh no, it's not actually a bear. It could have been a bear. And the demon or whatever, the imaginary friend, is just inhabiting the bear.
Yeah.
To have it not
using the bear as a conduit.
Yeah, to not be the bear, like in the video footage when the child psychologist comes by, that makes no sense. Like, oh, it's not actually there. Like, but why? So she's, because you see her like putting down nothing on the couch. Yeah. Alice is like, what is the point of that? What is the point of having Jessica see the physical teddy bear, but not anyone else?
There is no point.
There's no point. It's just supposed to be a, whoa, no, it's not real. We know it's not real. It's an imaginary friend. Exactly. But it can still be a teddy bear, you know?
Yeah.
That was my imaginary friends. I had my teddy bears were my imaginary friends when I was a kid.
Yeah, you imagined them being alive.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't imagine a teddy bear. I had a teddy bear.
It worked perfectly in that scene when Alice has a little tea party with the bear, and then she's talking to someone else.
Exactly.
That was perfect. She was talking to someone that wasn't Chauncey, that wasn't the bear. And obviously, I mean, it turned out to not be imaginary at all because, hey,
that's another
psycho mom turned up for some reason.
Psycho mom showed up for literally 1 second.
Why did she have to be psycho and be there? Because if they needed the trauma...
It was supposed to be a shared trauma that they both had scars from parental abuse.
Couldn't she just be dead? No, because then they couldn't throw in this scare.
No, exactly. She was just there for the scare.
Yeah.
In the end, she could have been there because they were in a fantasy world. So
yeah. I don't
know. Everything
like
is just...
Even like the 1 or 2 times we see Chauncey, the shadow figure, he just looks like Nosferatu.
Yeah, it looks like a scary vampire just standing there in the shadows.
Pointy fingers and pointy ears. I'm like, you're not scary.
It reminds me of when you see the lipstick demon in the first Insidious. Kind of. When he's standing there and pointing at whatever the kid is in the bed. Yeah.
See, that movie builds up the tension around it so much better, so you're actually kind of, like, weirded out by it.
Yeah, and it slowly reveals what's going on. Slowly reveals that the dad also can astral project and all that.
Yeah.
That movie works very well. Like, that's a good, cheap jump scare movie, because, you know, it's a B-grade horror movie, like this wants to be, but it's actually made well.
Exactly.
This is just bad. There are no redeeming features. One time I was scared, but that's just because they really went primordial with it. When they're all, you know, they're playing. Alice is playing hide and seek with Chauncey, and she's like, and the parents are about to go to bed, and she's like, you can hide in our bed. But like, oh no, and they all go under the covers, and then they actually hear his rumbling tummy. Like, what was that? Or Jessica hears it. So she looks down, and I was
under
like,
the bed.
Never look like down from when you're just sitting on the bed. Yeah, and then she looks under her bed. I literally went, no! Because that is one of those. I'm still scared of that sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, I don't look under my bed.
I do not look under my bed. It's imprinted in my head, like, do not, because that's where the skeletons hide.
I've asked my boyfriend if we can, like, take off the legs of our bed frame so we can put it straight on the floor almost, or like have these really short ones. Yeah. So nothing except for maybe our vacuum cleaner can get under. Yeah. I guess the cats.
That is one of those things. I will never not be scared of that. Do not look under the bed. And then they fucking go with the scare face. Because the kid scares her. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only time.
Then though they ruined it by panning down again and Chauncey's lying there.
Yeah, then he's just there. Even though he's not real, so why would he be there?
Yeah. Like, you had it for a moment. No, you screwed it up. And I have to add, the tooth kind of freaked me out because I hate teeth in general, so... it was just a flash of going, nope. And then we're done.
Yeah. But that's literally like
I did, yeah.
blink and you'll miss it. Because I barely
Exactly.
saw what else. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, it's a tooth. Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
gross.
That being her dad's tooth was supposed to be something. I don't know. I don't understand why her dad was missing a tooth, really. Like, that...
Yeah, they don't explain that, but he is missing a tooth in real life.
Yeah, because he pulled it out sometime when he was going crazy because he saw all of the imaginary people, friends,
Or
whatever.
or did he pull out the tooth because that was something that hurt? What's part of the ritual to get into the fantasy world? Because there's this whole ritual you have to do.
It.
But they don't ever explain
They
that.
don't explain it, no.
They just show the pliers with the tooth in the dream, and then when we
And
see
also
the flashback in the end of the movie, he's missing a tooth for real. So
Yeah. And also, I mean, they kind of dismissed that as a way of opening because you can't
Yeah, it
open...
has to be real pain.
An adult can't open by hurting themselves physically because
No.
that's not real pain anymore. Sure, it's real pain for a child because they don't get it.
no.
But an adult, that's not real pain. That's just ouchie. You have to be rude, apparently. I didn't understand that either because I thought it had to be, like, directed to Jessica and her pain.
But it was
But
anyone in
her-
the room.
Yelling at Taylor worked. Even though it was fake.
But it did hurt her though when she said those
Sure.
things.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I'll give him that one.
Yeah. I just thought it had to be Jessica's pain, so maybe she was, like, making Taylor yell at her to be about being a bad fake mom or whatever.
Yeah.
That would have worked better.
That would have worked better, yeah. Because that's what she
Tell me
keeps-
everything you hate about me. Do something.
Yeah, that's what she
I'm-
keeps saying throughout the movie anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And Jessica does act like it hurts her throughout the movie.
yeah.
So that would have been perfect. But no, instead the grown-up turns on the teenager.
Yeah.
Just terrible, to be honest.
Speaking of the family troubles, director Jeff
Yeah.
Wadlow. Here's a trivia thing. One of very few trivias about this movie. Director Jeff Wadlow cited Poltergeist as an influence on this movie. It perfectly strikes the balance between scares and this benign sense of wonder and excitement and emotion that you get when you have a family that you care about. Yeah, but I don't care about this family. Because we're never
that's
really
the thing.
introduced
We
to
don't
it.
get enough to...
I care a little bit about Alice. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's about it. But that's just instinctual because she's a little child.
Exactly.
I don't really care about any other characters. I hate the dad. Because he...
Oh, yeah.
First of all, he looked like he was...
He's a hipster band dude.
Yeah, he looks like he's like 25. How does he have a teenage daughter?
Yeah, he's not old enough to have a 15-year-old.
Yeah, and he's now on to his second marriage. Like, who are you? He looks like a child himself, and he's just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Is this like fucking? I don't even know how to explain him. He's like, have you seen Julie and Julia?
Yes.
The movie about whatever her name is, the
Julia Childs.
Julia Child, right? Amy, what's her name? Shit.
I know.
The Julie in that.
Yeah.
The modern woman, played by Lois
Amanda
Lane.
Seyfried and Amy Adams. Someone.
Amy
Adams.
Amy Adams, yeah. Her husband in that is like this, because he has nothing to do in the movie. He's just there to be like meek and supportive, and he's not a character.
Yeah.
He's just someone to go, oh, was it a bad day today, honey? Let's cuddle on the couch. Worthless
Ooh,
character.
That food tastes great. Great.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah.
Worthless character. He's basically a prop. That's what the dad
Yeah.
was in this. I mean, they literally like shoo him off
Shift
for
him
the
off.
for the second half of the movie. Like, okay, he's not in anymore because we don't care. He's not a character. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Same thing. We said, we don't really get to know anything about Jessica until the very, very end. But at that point, like, why should we care?
Yeah, they only tell us the very little bit of like, okay, she has nightmares, and she turned these like nightmares and her like vivid imagination, obviously, into children's books about some scary looking spider dude
Millipede.
and a little what's a millipede? Is it like a centipede?
It's like a centipede.
Longer?
Yeah.
So it's a bug.
Yeah.
Great.
Which also then that's also like very.
I thought we'd have like spiders and bugs crawling around the walls or something at least then.
Yeah.
Like tie that in somehow. The only
But if-
tie-in we had is that Alice doesn't like bugs and ends up picking up dead flies.
Yeah. But why would her, like, nightmare creature being thing be like a scary spider guy if her imaginary friend was the bear. Do you see what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Why are they two different things? Because you can't write. You can't have the imaginary friend be a weird spider, like stuffed animal spider. That would just be weird.
Could.
You have a
But it's weird.
You can, but it would be weird. So you have the regular teddy bear.
Yeah.
But then the actual imaginary friend is the spider thing. It's like having your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, because Chauncey doesn't look like the bear. Obviously, Chauncey looks like Nosferatu with spider legs.
Yeah, but he also becomes a big scary monster bear, and there's a spider monster as well in the end. What is Chauncey?
Well, the spider monster in the end is a combination of all children's imagination, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But then again, someone imagined their imaginary friend with spider legs, or is it because the old lady said something about like when the children stop imagining and the entity gets like aggravated, they turn into something more sinister, and that changes maybe their looks as well.
I don't know. The internal logic is all over the place.
Yeah, they have this whole like, oh, we have lore, but we're not gonna fully explain it to you. We're just gonna flip through some pages and show you pictures of like spirits that turn more sinister as you go.
Yeah, they try to make they're trying to make it into this like this ancient thing, like, oh, and in cultures all over the world, children have imaginary friends, but they're called different things. They're the and in America we call them imaginary friends. That's trying to say that those are actual like beings, sort of like demons or something. But some are good, some can be bad. It's like,
But imaginary friends are just imaginary, no?
Yeah, like, but they're trying to turn it into an actual like monster thing. That it didn't work at all.
No,
because the
pictures they used were of like the one of the nicer ones was of like a naiad or something.
Yeah. Like, there were angels and then obvious demons. Yeah.
Like that's pictures of other entities that you're just renaming as imaginary friends.
Yeah, and then trying to sell it like, oh, imaginary friends are actually these monsters from another world. I get it. It's one of those elevator pitch like, what if children's imaginary friends are actually monsters from another world? Okay, sure. But when you actually turn it into a movie, it is so unbelievable, because an imaginary friend, from what I understand, is never a bad thing. It is a coping mechanism for a child.
Yeah.
To like shield them from
trauma.
Trauma. Yeah, trauma.
Trauma. Yeah,
trauma. Trauma. Yeah.
I said trauma.
Trauma. Yeah.
Drama.
I said drama. Yeah. So, and that is so ingrained in you. Like I've never met anyone who said like, oh, my imaginary friend started like calling me bad things. Or I guess if you're schizophrenic, you would hear voices telling you dumb things.
Then
but
technically it's not an imaginary friend.
No, then it's voices. An imaginary friend is always there to protect you. Yeah. There are no like urban legends or anything about a bad imaginary friend.
Except for in horror movies, I guess, because we do have the whole, oh, they befriend some spirit that lives in the house, and it's my imaginary friend. But then it also
but then it's a spirit or ghost pretending to be imaginary friend.
Exactly. Yeah.
Here, the actual imaginary friends are monsters.
Yeah.
It just like an idea.
Work,
it's like, oh, that's cool. But when you actually execute it in a movie, it's just like I understand it's a fantasy thing, but it is so out there. You go like,
honestly,
nah.
They could have fixed it by just saying like, oh, what children call imaginary friends are these demons. It's this specific kind of demon that lure children because they need to feed off them or something. Yeah, and then just play it off as a demon, not keep going with the imaginary friend thing.
Yeah, because to say that some are good and some are bad, we never see a good imaginary friend in this movie.
No,
they're all bad.
Because even to Jessica, when she was a kid, Chauncey was bad eventually.
Yeah.
Before she left, obviously.
So why not just say that?
Sacrifice stuff to get to this never ever.
Why trying to turn it into some sort of lore? Why not just have it be, oh, it's not actually Chauncey the bear, it's a demon trying to lure you into its demon world.
hell, even do like in
That's kind of what they do in Insidious. So
that's what I was going for. Go with the Insidious route, then go. Oh, but it's this Shemulamu demon that we've heard about in the Bible or whatever. Like,
yeah.
There you go.
Trying to world build this. No,
not when you're imagining a whole new thing that's like you're ruining something that's already existing.
And that's also
trying to change something that's already existing.
And that's also just explaining too much, which stops it being scary.
Yeah.
It's scary when we don't know. The fear of the unknown. We talk about this very often. Don't explain everything. What you have here is a Bagul problem. That ruins everything. Yeah. When you have to have the old person explain what is actually happening.
I mean, the only thing that was scary in this movie was the old person. Because she was weird in the beginning.
Yeah, she overacted.
Very intrusive and very... If I met an old lady like that, even if it's someone from my past, I'm like, no.
No, like, okay, crazy lady, I'll talk to you never. Bye.
Which mental hospital did you escape from? Who can I call to come get you?
Yeah. No, this was just bad.
Yeah.
And
I was giving it like the benefit of the doubt in the beginning, going like, yeah, it's all right, I guess.
Oh yeah.
I did watch it. I did I focused on it because I wanted to see where it was going, but then by the end I was like, yeah, okay, no, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
I guess. Oh, that also kind of weirded me out that they had like a double ending.
Oh yeah,
it ended, but then
I'm actually still in the world.
I'm still here.
Oh, that was so unnecessary.
Yeah.
That was once again. That was just dragging it out.
They're like, shit. We need like 10 more minutes. It's gonna be a little bit short otherwise.
But we didn't. This could have been an hour 20 or something easily.
Yeah.
That would have been cheaper.
They'd
less
probably
scenes
be
to shoot.
Scared that it's too short. No. People won't pay attention for that short.
What?
I don't know.
The fact that it's too long will make people stop paying attention.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But at the same time, every fucking movie released is 3 hours long.
Yeah, but not horror movies.
No, that's true. Well, this wasn't scary, so...
No, it's supposed to be a horror movie.
Maybe they'd like, maybe we can pull in another scare.
Yeah. Well, it didn't work.
It
just made me go, basically.
I thought something glitched first. I was like, wait, what happened? Are we... did the movie, like, back up a few minutes? What happened? Oh, no, it's different. Okay.
All right. Let's end this with discussing, more specifically, Jeff Wadlow, who made this movie.
Yes. Let me see. Should I know who that is?
Yes, you should, because he has directed a lot of movies. Well, some movies that we are familiar with. He started out making Cry Wolf in 2005. I know. We'll get to that. We'll start at the bottom.
I've seen that.
Yeah. Cry Wolf, which I have never seen, but I know of it, and it's kind of a cult classic a little bit. Like, people know of it. Huh?
I saw that when I was way too young.
Yeah. It got
I think I've
terrible reviews.
told that story, but yeah.
But I know it was one of those movies that kind of circulated during that time, like, ooh, people talking about Cry Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, though, that was 2005. Like I said, it kind of bombed in the box office, and critically it bombed, which was 39.
Yeah, because it's got a 39.
So then, 3 years later, he made Never Back Down, which is like a fight movie.
Yes,
I've never seen it.
Also has a weird like cult follow almost.
Yeah,
but within like dudes.
Because it has it has a lot of actors you recognize, and it's a fight movie, so
yeah,
some people are gonna like it.
Lots of dudes.
Yeah. That also got a 39 Metascore. Keep that number in mind.
Yeah, sure.
But minor cult success, if you want to call it. But other than that, a box office bomb, critical failure. So then he waited 5 years. No, 6 years even. No, 5 years. 5 years. And he actually directed Kick-Ass 2. For some reason, after 2 bad movies, they were like, hey, you can do the sequel to our very successful superhero movie. And I've only watched Kick-Ass 2 once, and I was in theaters when it was new. Because it is not good. I think it more or less failed on every aspect of being a sequel to Kick-Ass.
I barely remember anything from that movie. I remember there's a bunch more superheroes.
Yeah. A problem with it being
one of
is
them
that
being
instead of being a parody or like an ironic superhero movie, like making fun of superhero movies, it just turns into a superhero movie. They assemble a team, he buffs up and he gets an armor suit in the end, and they fight the bad guys. It's like, no, you're supposed to make fun of those kind of movies.
Yeah. Completely
missing the point, I think.
Yes. I only remember Jim Carrey and his dog. That's about it.
Yeah. And then Jim Carrey, like in interviews, kind of dismissing the movie, like, "Oh no, I don't agree with all the violence in the movie." Why did you do it then?
Exactly.
You literally beat people up with baseball bats, you idiot.
That one got a 41, though.
That one did get a 41, so it's a little higher. It's out of the red and into the dark orange of Metascores.
Yeah.
But still, that's only two points higher.
Yeah.
So after that, he waited a few more years, did some music videos, made one episode of a TV show called Agent X, which I've never heard of, never seen.
Some sort of super secret agent movie show thing. I don't know.
Doesn't look great.
No, it looks bad.
But then he was back making movies.
Yeah.
And he made the wonderfully awful Netflix Kevin James movie. I don't even know what is it. True Memoirs of an International Assassin, which is
just Paul Blart Mall Cop, but actual superhero.
Yeah,
or action hero. I mean,
it is. I for some reason I think I fell asleep and it like started autoplaying on Netflix. Because I've seen the second half of this movie. I do not remember turning it on, but I have seen things from like the middle of the movie. I turned it off, but that's a thing that exists. It got a 37 Metascore.
Oh my god, I've never even read the blurb. After a publisher changes a writer's debut novel about a deadly assassin from fiction to non-fiction, the author finds himself thrust into the world of his lead character and must take on the role of his character for his own survival. Yeah. Hey, they just made a new one of those.
Yeah, that's Argyle, yeah.
But much better, I assume, because I haven't even seen this one. I'm not gonna... I saw Paul Blart Mall Cop and went, no, I'm not watching another Kevin James.
No, yeah. But yeah, that's Jeff Wadlow. He also wrote that one. 37 Metascore, so we're back down into the red.
Yeah.
Then...
Truth or Dare.
Truth or Dare. Actually, just a couple of years later.
Yeah.
And we all know about Truth or Dare. It's pretty
terrible,
bad.
But, yeah, it's one of those... Yeah, you can watch it, but I wouldn't recommend. There's other ones that are better.
Yeah, it's a hangout movie where you can turn it into a drinking game. You can laugh at it. It's that kind of bad movie. I also love that the official title, well, the unofficial title, I suppose, is BLUMHOUSE's Truth or Dare.
Yes.
Because this was the one they released pretty shortly after Get Out, and they were like, from the studio they brought you Get Out, the Academy Award-winning, actually deep and complex movie. Truth or Dare is next. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
No, don't try to do that. And especially don't get Jeff Wadlow to direct it then. Because once again...
No, because he doesn't have a good track record.
No. This got a 35 Metascore.
Yeah.
So it's even worse. And then he did some more...
I'd watch this over Imaginary. I'd watch Truth or Dare.
That's what we said, yeah. I'd rather watch Truth or Dare than Imaginary. Then he did some more TV. Then he made another Blumhouse movie, Fantasy Island, which I never even watched because at that point I was like, why should I even care? Oh my god. So once again, he directed and wrote this. Mm-hmm. It got a 22 Metascore.
Yeah.
Jesus
It has
Christ.
a promising premise, kind of.
Yeah.
It reminds you of... it's this old book, but I only remember it from the Simpsons episode. Where this crazy scientist invites all the people to go to his fantasy island.
The island of Dr. Moreau.
Like a skull. Yeah. Reminds me of that one with modern twists, obviously. But I don't know if that's what actually happens eventually, because I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Then it did...
And again, hey, it has to do with fantasy.
Yeah. Then it did 4 episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark? I guess that's like a reboot of the old show or something. I think it's an old show from the beginning. And then in 2022, he made The Curse of Bridge Hollow. Do you remember we watched that?
Yeah.
Once again, awful movie.
Yeah.
It's just uninspired, boring. It has a good premise though. A teenage girl who accidentally releases an ancient and mischievous spirit on Halloween, which causes decorations to come alive and wreak havoc, must team up with the last person she'd want to in order to save their town. Her father, yeah, because the dad, specifically for some reason, hates Halloween. I don't know why.
He's afraid of it.
I guess.
He's scared of everything, if I remember correctly.
Once again, written and... No, he didn't actually write this one.
No.
But he did direct it.
Which is why I could almost enjoy it. It was slightly better than what I've seen him done before. Like, it was...
Nah,
it was Netflix quality of, fine.
For me, it just...
Kids movie kind of style.
Yeah, sure.
Because it is definitely a kids movie.
Yes, it's a kids movie. But he got, once again, a 38 Metascore. I gotta see what I actually wrote about this movie. Hold on. The Curse of... Oh, is it Bridge Hollow?
Yeah.
Because I think I reviewed it. Yeah. Oh, jeez, I gave it a 2.5. Okay, I guess I was nice to it.
See, because it's somewhat enjoyable at least. Because you're not expecting much, because it's a Netflix children's movie.
You gave it 3 and said, a nice family-style Halloween movie. Yeah,
because that's what it is. It's just family-style Halloween movie.
What did I... Oh, okay. Here's what I wrote. Sufficiently spooky Halloween movie that over-relies on superfluous action and really could have used another draft. Still, for the kids, this might be entertaining enough. Okay, yeah. Sure.
Thing is, with everything else he's done, we're not imagining it being made for children, so we're expecting adult level, scares and interest and just plot in general. A kids movie? Sure, fine.
So that
kids Netflix movie?
So that one got a 38, and now we're up to Imaginary 2024, and it has a 34 Metascore. So
yeah, and that's not gonna go up.
Can someone explain to me how this man keeps getting work?
Maybe all his movies are cheap. And they're like,
they're definitely cheap. These are like
even if
$1
it
or
gets
$2
like
million
a low
movies.
Score, people watch the movies probably.
That's
I've heard of people who know what these movies are.
That's the problem with this. This is like a scam. It's take the money and run. You have an idea which is kind of interesting. You make a good trailer so people are like, ooh, I gotta watch this scary movie.
Oh, yeah. Because the trailer for Imaginary was like a black screen and just sounds.
Yeah,
so
I never saw that trailer.
Imagine.
But, yeah.
No, I didn't see it, but I heard of it.
And then, they have a budget of like $2 million. So even...
Wait, didn't we see it?
Huh?
I think they showed it before Five Nights at Freddy's.
I don't think they did that here in Sweden. Because I can't remember that trailer.
Maybe I'm misremembering. I think I remember that. But...
I know I saw a teaser for it, but it was basically just a picture of the bear. Oh. Excuse me. So they cost like $2 million to make. $2 million. $2 million.
Yes, $2 million.
And even if it bombs, I mean, you'll make $1 million in a weekend.
Yeah.
Of kids going to watch it. So they make it completely fails with the critics, but it makes like $5 to $10 million in the box office. They make a nice $3 to $7 million profit. Let's move on to the next.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's cheap tricks.
Yes.
And I'm really starting to dislike that from BLUMHOUSE, because BLUMHOUSE, the production company, and Jason Blum has the capacity to make good movies. And he recognizes good movies or good ideas when he sees them. Because like we said, he made Get Out. Or not made, he produced Get Out.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, he produced the first of the new Halloween movies, which is okay. What else is BLUMHOUSE made?
Their website is lagging. I'm on their website to see all their movies, but it's lagging. I can't see it. Hello, BLUMHOUSE, fix your website. There we go. Imaginary, Night Swim.
Oh shit, they made Night Swim.
Night Swim was one of theirs.
We skipped that
Five
one.
Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I mean, the Five Nights at Freddy's, Exorcist. No, these are not good movies, but
they did the Black Phone though.
Black Phone. They made Insidious: The Red Door, which at least was fine. I mean, they produced Black Klansman. That's not even a horror movie. That's just a good like thriller.
Creep and
Creep 2. Yeah, exactly. They produced Dashcam, which I know a lot of people didn't like but that's just because of the main character, the actress. It's a good movie.
Glass, as in
Dashcam. It's a found footage movie.
No, Glass, as in the M. Night
Shyamalan? Yes, I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they also produced then, of course, Split. All the Insidious movies, which not all of them are good, but
and then, like you said, Get Out, like that's.
Yeah, and obviously starting with the Paranormal Activity movies, not great movies, but
Did they do Happy Death Day?
Yes, Happy Death Day as well.
I've only seen the first one. That's good.
That's a good movie, yeah. But then there's also so much garbage.
Yeah.
Which mixed in with these good movies, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Like, however, it is I mean, yeah, one of the first movies they produced was Whiplash. Imagine starting with that, and then, just continuing making like The Tooth Fairy, or the Purge.
See, I grew up watching Blumhouse horror films, and even though they're not like amazing, when you're young enough, you're not critically watching the movies. Yeah, they're fine enough horror films to watch with a group of friends that freak you out at night. It's a popcorn scare kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool. But they're not very deep. They're not very super well made.
But that's the problem. By the way, Tooth Fairy, it's not the horror movie.
Oh.
It's the what's his name?
Oh no, that one. I'm sorry.
Movie.
Never mind. I rescind my whatever I just said. I mean, that one is it's fine kids movie kind of, I guess.
Oh, and anyway, like
I thought of Tooth Fairy horror film. Hell, that one's fine.
Oh, they made Unfriended. Ew.
They did Lord of Salem. Is that the one?
Lord of Salem is good though.
No, Lord's. No, it says Lord.
Oh, but yeah, I couldn't find. Yeah, because I think they mean Lords of Salem.
Okay.
Because when you click that one, it doesn't appear as a movie.
Yeah, a bunch of them, like on their website, they link to like the Amazon page to buy
them.
Yeah. And half of them don't seem to work.
Doesn't work anymore. Yeah.
Lasers effect doesn't work.
No.
Invisible Man. Hey, they did the Invisible Man.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like they produce good movies, but then in between the good movies, they produce so much garbage.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's understandable because these garbage movies that cost nothing still pull in money, so they have millions to spend on good movies.
Sure.
But I think even if they were more discerning and made like equal amounts good and bad movies, they would still make money. I really wish Jason Blum would be more like, no, this is a bad movie, we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Because some of these, and I don't even think it's like one of those like, but I believe this person who comes in with their idea, I believe it could be a good movie. I don't think it's not one of those where he like willing to take a risk on a new and fresh face, of movie making, because some of these are just like all the Paranormal Activity sequels are just cash grabs.
Yeah.
Something like the Like, Share, Follow movie is just awful. What else have they made?
I don't even know what that is.
No, it's like an HBO movie that they produced. And I mean, they made the Firestarter remake. Ew! Remember that one?
Yeah.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So it's obvious that they just do some of these movies to make money. But then sometimes they're like, no, we actually believe in this movie, so we're gonna let like this real filmmaker make this movie. And that's how you get movies like Adopt a Highway, or like we said, Get Out.
Get Out.
Yeah. Or Happy Death Day, which is a funny movie. Good movie.
Yeah.
So Blumhouse, I both love and hate them as a production company.
Yes.
They're like a cheaper version of A24.
I was about to say, yeah, sometimes they produce A24 style and like quality movies, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah.
Then they make The Craft Legacy. Jesus Christ.
Then they make Amazon shit movies. Basically.
Yeah.
Craft Legacy is. Because everything is also, they're like partnered with Amazon, right?
They literally have, yeah, they made like a, there was like an anthology series of direct to, streaming, I think it was Amazon or Hulu or something, called like The House of Blum or something.
Oh yeah.
Where they made like, I didn't even see them. I just heard that they were awful because Red Letter Media made an episode. They watched like 3 of them. Something called Pookie Bear or something. I don't even think you can see them on this list here.
No.
Yeah, it was just garbage all over the place. Oh wait, is that like TV?
Welcome to the Blumhouse.
Yes, welcome to the Blumhouse, right.
The Lie, Black Box, Evil Eye, Nocturne, Bingo Hell, Black Ass Night, Madres, and The Manor.
Yeah.
But
then I'm just looking at now, I clicked TV, I thought it was going to be TV shows, but it's actually movies that are streaming right now as well. And guess what? I didn't even know this. When I don't know if I missed it, or if it's that they only own the streaming rights to it. They were involved in The Passenger. Best Picture nominee, Best Actor nominee at the Spoiler Awards.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I like, that must be that they just have the streaming rights to it, because I do not remember that name popping up when I watched the movie. The Passenger. Because once again, that's just an amazing movie in a sea of garbage. Like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
No! Production company, Blumhouse Productions. They produced it. Whoa! And they distribute it for Epix TV. Okay, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so just proving our point even more. Small flecks of gold in a sea of brown water, I guess.
Cheap vodka. It's Goldschlager.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's gonna have to be enough. We've talked enough about this. We're almost an hour. Wrap it up.
Imaginary. There's a bunch of other better movies to watch. If you really want to, go ahead. But like, I'm not gonna recommend it.
It's garbage.
Like, I can never stop you from not watching.
No, but I plead with you. Do not watch it.
There's better movies.
So many better movies. I would say fucking watch Five Nights at Freddy's over this. That was a lot better.
Yeah, it had
at least that movie tried.
Like, story and there's something there at least.
Yeah.
It's not just
this is
kid talking to nothing and then nothing else.
This is one of the bad Blumhouse movies.
Yeah.
This is Truth or Dare level Blumhouse movie. Even worse.
Worse.
Yeah. But that's
watch Truth or Dare first. Yeah.
That's gonna have to be it.
That's it.
Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching here on YouTube, thanks so much for listening. If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever, be sure to like, comment, subscribe here on YouTube. Follow, give 5 stars, heart, whatever, on the other platforms.
All the good stuff. Check out the socials.
Yeah, check out the socials. There's a link tree in the description.
Anywhere.
And check us out on Patreon, which the follow-up to this, or the companion piece of this, should be, we should pick like a good Blumhouse movie that we haven't talked about.
Sure.
I don't know which one, but you'll find out if you check us out on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene.
Yes.
But that's it. Once again, thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
The SpoilerCast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It is produced and directed by Tobias Vedén and hosted by Tobias and Rebecca Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a huge shout out to all our patrons over on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. Mom, Dad, Christopher Belén, Dan Little Gaiso, Mac and Mom, Laura Kinney, and CK85.